Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to preview round 26 of the 2024 NRL Fantasy and NRL Dream Team season. So the head-to-head grand finals are upon us. Hopefully for some there's some last minute trades to be done to get that W. Unfortunately I neither have head-to-head games or trades on the line, so we'll just quickly run through this. In terms of the who's hot, I think most of these options are great ideas. You know, Matt Burton in good form, you know, in the halves, does the thing. Yeah, like, I guess if you need a replacement for Hughes and Cleary, he's up there. Carrigan-Yo, Ponga's a great option this week. If you haven't got him, you know, against the Gold Coast, he could light it up. Travojevic, Crichton, if you haven't got them, they're keepers. Reynolds, you know, against the Dolphins, season on the line, you hope he would do something, but he's never really been the most fantasy relevant option. So I guess out of this list, I'd probably nix Reynolds. Volepu is a pretty interesting option. He'd probably be bottom dollar, but he is starting this week. So I guess if you're desperate and you need a player and you haven't got a lot of cash, targeting him or any of those sort of Storm assets that are super cheap isn't the worst option. You know, maybe the likes of a Joe Chan could get you some tries. You know, I guess the interesting one is the young kid on the bench, Russell Smith, I think something is his last name. I think he'll be the dominant half when he gets on the field. I just don't know if he'll play the full 80. And then the trade outs, again, we're just looking for players that aren't playing this week, are playing this week, because obviously if they're not playing, you can trade them out. Even if it's on like a Grant, he'll come back next week. If you need the head-to-head W, you trade him out. RTS, I think, was playing this week. Or was he injured? I can't remember. Probably out. But, yeah, you can trade him out, I suppose. Ethan Strange, is he still injured? Can't remember. But, yeah, the rest of these all look reasonable to trade outs. Reece Walsh might play. So if you can wait, I would. If you want Kalyn Ponga, though, an easy trade there. Don't need to talk too much about my side. It's exactly the same as last week. I've managed to jag 17 playing, so they are playing. Yo as captain, lock that in. But I guess it's all about the head-to-head league. So if we can see the fixture. So Helen Keller's optometrist against Team Gibbon 1. And if we have a look at the teams, so it looks like Helen Keller's got to replace Stefano, Katoa, Hughes. A couple more replacements on this side of the board. So hopefully there's a couple of trades up the sleeve because the bench is a little bit light as well. Payne Haas hopefully comes back. That will be a massive in for Stefano if he gets up. Looking, is there edge cover? Ooh. Oh, I guess Kalamatangi can swing to the edge, and Watson goes into the middle, I suppose, as well. And then the halves, no halves cover either. So it might just be Campbell can slot in, and then Talangi can play wing fullback. So I think there is 17 there if there's no trades. Like, it would be all on Payne Haas, which is a fantastic point of difference if you can get him. Whereas for Team Gibbon 1, looks like only got to cover Hughes, and definitely has the coverage. You know, Dylan Brown, you know, it's a pretty solid sort of setup there. So, and you know, the likes of having Ponga, Drinkwater against an undermanned Storm. I didn't see much of him in the Supercoach preview either, but I think could be really nice differentials. Yeah, so I'm very much leaning towards Team Gibbon 1 and Paul to get the W here. But good luck to both players, and we'll see how it goes on Monday. And for Sports Deck as well, again, I won't spend too much time dwelling on my team. I've got 2 trades up my sleeve. But But again, because this is more overall focus, I'm thinking of leaving them a week and using it to trade out my 2 front rowers. So, hopefully Payne Haas comes back. It'll be a nice, easy one to slot in. Otherwise, I'm bringing in Curran and looking at second rows or, Burbo back, wing, fullback sort of. There is a bit of flexibility with this team, which is cool. But we're just seeing how high we can go overall. So no trades this week. Use them next week. I didn't even look at the captaincy, vice captaincy situation there. And I've just clicked too quickly, so it's going to have a meltdown. Just try and quickly refresh. Famous last words, quickly refresh. There we go. So, what have we got? VC on Tommy. We're going captaincy on Turbo. And we're going VC on Turbo. Why not? Yeah, I don't know if I think the Bulldogs match up, but Turbo is the one that can go massive against any team. So maybe Dylan Edwards, bit of a pod. Yep, talked myself into it. Dylan Edwards and James Tedesco. But again, it's not about me so much at this point in the season. It's about the head-to-head matchup, and it is between, I do not remember, Wayne and Shane, Hell's Grannies and the Dragons Lair. So, oops, did have the scores there briefly. So lots of differentials, which is great to see. Scott Drinkwater. Don't know if that captaincy is locked in, but if so, that's very bold in the Thursday night game. Do some chasing there. But Jacob Little, so Hooker's covered, which is nice. Didn't actually check the. So Grant and Katoa out for Shane Hughes. Udi Kamanu and Pierce Paul out. Still holding Cleary. Galvin out as well. So a few bits of coverage, but Holmes and Robson will come back in on this side. Might just come down to available players. So we got 3, 6, 9. So both got 14 before trades and moves. But I guess could use Joe Chan, Fletcher Sharp, Xavier Savage potentially. What are you going to cover? Halves, yeah, got 2 halves, I think, from what I can tell. Yep, Brown and Plus, so that's fine. On this side, so at hooker, Robson at hooker, that's good. Yeah, Katoa and Galvin on the bench, they can easily be covered. So, yeah, pretty interesting sort of matchup. I think, considering the players that come in, I think it's super tight. Just trying to do quick mental gymnastics. And, yeah, I'm going to back Wayne in. Just Drinkwater I like. Little and Lomax I think could go good this week. They both got Tedesco, so that's a wash. But yeah, scared of Holmes and Robson, and Furmore might be a good option too on the Sunday Arvo. So yeah, so going to be super close. It'll be great to see how it shakes out. And yeah, so I guess that's all we really need to cover for this video. So if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NRL fantasy and Dream Team content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.